Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Todd Somers on the line, and he's co-founder over at Somers Family MustKetch. Todd, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. Happy to be here.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get into this product and MustKetch and what you're doing over there. When I saw that, I was like, oh, my gosh, this is the best idea ever. But before we get into that, and we'll go into it, I want to give the audience a little bit of time to warm up to you and your background. So how did you get started in your career and in business?
Sure. I actually, Adam, grew up in the Chicago area, a northwest suburb called Arlington Heights, Illinois, and have three brothers, and my folks, that's where I grew up. Went to college locally at Northwestern University. Met my wife-to-be at literally in a class, my wife Ann, and sometime later we got married, and 40 years on and 6 kids, and here we are. But my business career started after my bachelor degree from Northwestern, and I actually went to work for a part of what was then called American Hospital Supply Corporation, Scientific Products Division. Sent me to Green Bay. I was up in Green Bay, Wisconsin for about 5 years, and basically a sales responsibility, account management, and so forth. And then I came back down, and Ann and I came back down in 1979 and went into work with a gentleman very near and dear and close to my heart, and that was my father. His name was Lucky Somers, and he had a single-man manufacturer's rep firm in electronic and electronic components. And so I joined in with that effort and indeed have been involved in the electronics world for many, many decades, several decades. And that's how I basically started into business, was through the sales ranks, if you will, and sales management, and seeing a lot of what customers require and need, and how to hopefully keep them satisfied with the kinds of things that we were doing. And then later on, which I'm sure we'll get into now, we started this thing called Somers Family MustKetch.
Oh my gosh! So that first off, first tell us a little bit more about the product. I mean, greatest idea. I saw the website and it's one of those things where you're like, why didn't I think of that? It was just one of those things. I'm like, why? Because well, number one, I didn't have your family that you have. So let's talk about the guinea pigs, or I mean the experimentation. No, first tell us a little bit more about that catch, please.
I tell you, Adam, it really is one of those things where I'll start the MustKetch conversation off with, for whatever reason, I happen to be a mustard and ketchup. I just enjoy mustard and ketchup and always have. And I was literally in my kitchen in Trout Valley, Illinois, which is about 45 miles northwest of Chicago, and mixing up something, and I thought, geez, I started mixing mustard and ketchup commercially together and adding a few ingredients additional, but I really did quite a bit of research at that point, and this is 5 or 6 years ago, and I thought to myself, somebody must have done this, where they combine the elements of mustard and ketchup, two of the most popular flavors that I think we have and that we know of in certainly American culinary interest.
For sure.
Yeah. So anyway, after doing quite a lot of research on the subject, I was just amazed to realize that nobody had done anything like this. and I started continuing to mix things up. And you alluded a little bit to taste testers earlier, and my wife Ann and I had 6 children, have 6 children, and young adults at this point. But they all have found it very interesting and enjoyed taste, and we mixed up bottles and put them in our refrigerator, and we called this combination MustKetch for hopefully apparent reasons, and that would be mustard for the must and ketchup for the catch. So MustKetch gave some indication of what the product was. After some period of time, I have 3 brothers, and they're all great guys. One of them in particular, Brother Scott, lives in the Los Angeles area, and he's been an entrepreneur in his own right for many, many years in the headhunting executive search business. He's an ex-McKinsey consultant and just a very sharp guy, good guy. And he would come through town, and he would always want to know if we had some more MustKetch on hand, and he really did. So the guy flies from L.A. to come into our home, and just about the first thing he says is, "Hey, where's the MustKetch?" So he really liked the concept and liked the idea as Ann and I did, and was very instrumental in kicking off the notion of taking it from the idea phase into a real product. And I had some college friends, gentleman by the name of Mike Sapienza, who was a college classmate of mine at Northwestern, and he had been in the food industry for over a dozen years at that one point. And so I talked to him about the concept. He was helpful in ultimately giving us some information on a lead for a executive chef by the name of Charlie Baggs, who's in the Lincoln Park area of Chicago and has his own business called Charlie Baggs Culinary Innovations. And Charlie, we met with Charlie and went through the concept with him. He very much liked the idea. I asked him some basic questions. Do the ingredients live together? In other words, do they separate out like oil and water or anything of that nature? And he said, no problem there. And we went on to start development with Charlie, and we developed 3 separate flavors that are all based on mustard ketchup ingredient. So we have what we call our original, then we have a zesty, and we have something called smoke. And those 3 flavors each have their own unique profile, but if at its essence, all 3 are mustard and ketchup ingredients. So that's how we kind of started into it, and we've been doing it for 5 or 6 years, and it's just been both a lot of fun, but we're finding some really good reception to the product, to the idea, and we're in 36 stores now in the Chicago area and on Amazon, and we're making headway.
Man, I love it. And you took the words out of my mouth. I was like, oh, man, where can we get this? So Amazon for the people in California, yeah, definitely go on there and grab some. And obviously, if you're in Chicago, you can go to some of those stores. And I was just laughing. So as we were kind of creating the promo and talking about the episode beforehand, I'm like, okay, this will be the first. I can't wait till you see these thumbnails and the promo that my team put together for this. You're going to see these bottles of mustard and ketchup and all these on the podcast. You're gonna die. It's so great, and I love it. It's such a great story. I love these family stories and I'm from the Midwest. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so there you go. So I love to see these family stories of coming together, having an idea, and it really taking a community to launch. So I love the kind of the walk you took us through and how this was created. So your brother, obviously, you had to find product market fit with the kids first, see if they'd eat it, right?
Absolutely.
You have everything from McKinsey consultant to top culinary chef to bring together the world of mustard and ketchup. And I'm so happy that nobody took your domain name because nobody thought of it before you. So MustKetch, love it. Oh man, what a great story.
Thank you very much.
So Todd, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on just the story or to learn more, what's the best way for them to, or to purchase, obviously, of course, product, what's the best way for them to reach out or to get more info?
Adam, I think the easiest and the best way to do that would be to go to our website. It's quite informational. It's www.mustketch, MustKetch.com. And on the website, there's a button that gives the indicator for locations where the product can be bought in the Chicago area specifically, but also there are a number of buttons for Amazon, and you just simply touch on that and it takes you directly to our Amazon store. And anywhere in the country. It's amazing with Amazon, but you could order, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, which there are, according to Jeff Bezos, over 100 million in the United States, you can have the product within 2 working days, or 2 days.
Wow, and I think I checked my Amazon account the other day, and I might be off by a year, but I've been with them since, I think, 2002.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think Prime was there then, but I know I've been with them that long, and I know I've been with Prime at least the first year it was out because I love and live by it. So yeah, you better believe I'll be ordering from Prime. Well, hey, Todd, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background, all the great work that you're doing over at MustKetch, and what an awesome family story. I love to support business owners, small business owners, and definitely family businesses, of course. So great story. Thank you for coming on, sharing that with us. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you had a lot of fun listening because we sure did have a lot of fun making this for you. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave us some comments in the comment section. If you tried MustKetch, definitely leave us some comments. I want to hear some of your reviews and get the conversation going. And Todd, thanks again for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity, Adam. Really appreciate it.